When you're going into early labour, there are a couple of signs which you may or may not experience. You might have some diarrhoea where your bowels are naturally starting to clear out. You might feel quite sick again as well. You might lose your mucus plug, so that looks like almost like a snot-like consistency or jelly-like consistency in your underwear, and that's your mucus plug. And all of these signs will start to come as well as either some lower abdominal cramping, so those will feel like period cramps, or you might get a backache as well. And these pains will come and then they will go. When they start, they're going to be really irregular. So you'll get a cramp for a few seconds and then it will go away again. And then maybe an hour or so later, it will come back and then it will go away again. And so these are the first signs you're going to get that you're going into labour. Now at some point, these cramps or backaches will start to become quite regular. So maybe every 15 minutes or 10 minutes, you get that same cramp and then it will go away. And as they start to get closer together, they will also build in intensity. So they start to feel a lot stronger. So this is when you're going to be at home and you're going to need to be able to cope with these contractions at home. So here's some things which you can do. So the first thing you can do is use your TENS machine. So you can just pop that over your neck, you can stick the pads onto your back, and then you can start to put your TENS machine on. What we're trying to do as well is we're trying to create a really relaxing environment. So if you do have a birth partner, this is absolutely something that they can do. So we're going to turn off all of the lights, or just leave a very dim light on, and then you can just get some little LED candles, or even your own candles at home, which you're going to dot around your room just to make it feel really relaxing. The LED candles are great to bring into hospital because you're not allowed an open flame in hospitals, so have a couple of LED candles that you can bring in and set up in your hospital room. You could use a comb. A comb is a really effective way of managing an early labour, or even in active labour as well. So you can get a wooden comb or something which is maybe a bit thinner than this one, hold it into your palm and really squeeze it. And the points are going to go into the top of your hand here, and when you get a contraction, grab down on the comb, and it's a really great effective distraction from your surges, but it's also a really good way because it presses on some acupressure points. So every time you get the contraction, squeeze onto the comb and then just relax it again. And these are super effective. Another thing you can do is get a tennis ball and ask your birth partner to rub these on your back, or if you're on your own, then sit against a wall with the tennis ball on the wall and just put them into the points where you're feeling a lot of tension to help relax out your pelvis and your bum muscles so that everything moves a lot easier in your labour. And then finally, we're going to think about a position for you to get into. So have a look at the positions video for other positions during labour, but it's a really handy way to manage your early labour on an exercise ball if you have one. So just sitting onto the ball, and every time you get the contraction, using your 4-8 breath and just swaying. So we want to keep moving during your contraction, not sitting still. And so just swaying from side to side like this, just moving with your hips. And this also helps your babies get into a really great position. Or you could move into a figure of 8 position. So as you're breathing in, and this rhythm and this ritual of moving again helps you through these surges. So find a rhythm that works for you, find something that you find really comfortable, and use your breathing. You have your boost on your TENS machine, and then your birth partner can also do their back feather touch massage or the other things in their birth partner's roll video. And then finally, if you have a bath or even a shower in early labour, that warm water can be really relaxing. So if you're finding that they're getting quite intense in your surges, then get into a warm bath and just lie in the bath, turn the lights down in your bathroom, put the candles out as well, and it can feel a really nice and safe and secure space for you to early labour in. The other brilliant thing about the bathroom is that you've got a toilet. So you can sit on the toilet because your pelvic floor has no pressure in that toilet bowl, and it's going to keep your pits nice and open to give space to baby to come through. So again, you can just move between sitting on the toilet and going into the bath. And if you don't have a bath, then putting a stool or something into a shower and having warm water running onto your back or onto your tummy. And that warmth feels really relaxing and just helps you again with those early surges. Remember, you're then going to head into hospital when your surges are every 3 to 4 minutes, lasting around 40 to 60 seconds. They're all really kind of taking your breath away, focusing on your breathing through them, and they've been like that for around an hour.